Live from Fargo and serving you on TV, online, and on the go. This is Valley News Live at 6.
A local woman reached out to our whistleblower hotline saying she'd been let down countless times regarding the care of her father at a senior living center.
Danielle Pretzer says Eventide on 8th Street in Moorhead has provided poor care for her dad with dementia, adding that there are days that he hasn't eaten, he wasn't bathed for almost 2 weeks, and that he's constantly neglected by aides at the facility.
Valley News Team's crime and safety reporter Bailey Hurley talked with the woman who says she doesn't want this to happen to anyone else's loved ones.
I shouldn't cry every single time I leave this place.
Danielle Pretzer's father, Ernie, has been in the hands of this Eventide in Moorhead for what she says has been the worst 3 weeks.
Hits the call button to have the nurses come, and they don't come in time, and he makes a mess. I've cleaned him up twice by myself because I've been there and nobody comes. I've hit the call button. I've waited 20 minutes and nobody has come.
Ernie has had dementia for about 4 years now.
And he doesn't remember the now. So did you have breakfast? I don't know. Did you take a shower? I don't know.
Ernie got sick in early July and had to be moved to this facility until he got better. However, this location doesn't have a memory care unit, and Pretzer says they've repeatedly dropped the ball.
They made him an appointment and hooked up a ride share. They were just going to have him dropped off downtown Sanford. Called me and said, do you want to meet him there? Do I want to meet him there? You're just going to drop my dad off on a sidewalk? And he doesn't remember where he is or where he's going or why he's seeing anybody.
Pretzer tells horror stories of the days where her father's catheter was left on the ground. Another when she walked in and her father was naked because the staff had lost his clothes. And another when Ernie wet his bed, and when the two came back over 3 hours later, staff still hadn't changed the sheets.
I'll do anything I can, but I shouldn't have to. They should do it. It's their job.
Pretzer also adds there are days where Ernie doesn't eat. This picture snapped yesterday shows his breakfast still sitting on his table in the late afternoon, with no one coming to clean it or asking if he wanted lunch.
They just ask him, are you hungry? You're not hungry? Then we won't bring you anything. He's got dementia. You can't do that. You have to put the food in front of him so that he will eat it.
Pretzer says she left this note for nurses, but has never been contacted with a problem or concern. She says she comes here almost every day because she doesn't think anyone else pays attention to what her father needs.
I will fight tooth and nail for him not to come back here.
In Moorhead, Bailey Hurley, Valley News Live.
Pretzer says Ernie is set to be released from Eventide Monday or Tuesday next week. He'll go back to the memory care unit in Fairmont in Moorhead. We reached out to the Moorhead Eventide. They declined to comment. This story came to us through our whistleblower hotline. If you need help with a serious issue in your community, call 701-237-6576 and leave your tip. We'll do our best to get to the bottom of it.
Additional charges have been filed against a former West Fargo school teacher. Cass County authorities confirmed to Valley News Live that the new charges against Shannon Mosier involve 4 more victims. The 37-year-old Mosier remains in the Cass County Jail, accused of sharing illicit videos with 2 students and having sex with one of them. Today, the complaint was amended to include 4 counts of luring minors by computers and 1 count of gross sexual imposition relating to one of the 4 additional victims.
A woman and her mother were charged in Grand Forks District Court today in connection with that alleged kidnapping of an 18-month-old child. 21-year-old Jasmine Davis has been charged with kidnapping, and her mother, 38-year-old Melissa Davis, has been charged with criminal conspiracy and hindering law enforcement. Grand Forks Sheriff's Department says the 21-year-old mother didn't know her child was about to be taken from her before making the split decision to leave social services with the 18-month-old Thursday afternoon.
As they came to that meeting, during that meeting is when the child was removed or in the process of being removed. So they explained to mom that we have a temporary custody order. We're now taking custody of the child. Mom did not agree with that, picked the child up, pushed past a social worker and left the building.
Lieutenant Maxon adds that Jasmine's mother, Melissa, was waiting in the lobby when Jasmine came out with her child. He's not sure whether the senior Davis knew about social services custody order when they took off. Social services wouldn't give us details about why Davis had to give up her child in the first place, citing an open investigation.
A Moorhead police sergeant accused of drunk driving was found to be nearly 4 times over the legal limit. Thad Stafford appeared in Clay County Court today and faces DWI charges. Stafford is being placed on administrative leave after being arrested for drunk driving while off duty. A citizen called dispatchers about a possible intoxicated male getting into a vehicle outside Mick's office bar around 7 last night. Law enforcement located Stafford pulling into the driveway of a Moorhead home and found his blood alcohol content was 0.30. The legal limit is 0.08. Stafford is a 20-year veteran of the Moorhead Police Department.
The sky south of the metro has been dark blue for much of the day, and you get the feeling that there might be some trouble out there. Let's get the latest from Hutch on what's going on right now. Hutch?
Mike, the showers and thunderstorms that have been rumbling south of the FM area are finally starting to exit to the south and to the east. Very strong thunderstorms down there with some severe. But in our area, we just have a few showers remaining. As we take a look at Otter Tail County, north central portions of the county, seeing some showers. Looks like they're exiting the Sioux Pass Ranch area for Wee Fest goers as well. So for the rest of the evening, things are looking quiet. Fargo, as a matter of fact, at the high for the day at 80. It hit 102 so far today in Bismarck, believe it or not. We'll be in the 70s and quiet through the evening. Mike and Andrea, it looks like a chance of some thunderstorms developing out west and moving our way by morning. And again, some more storms for the weekend. I'll have details on all of that here in just a few moments.
Keep us posted.
You bet.
Thanks.
Authorities in Cass County, Minnesota are asking for help finding a missing man. They are searching for this man, 60-year-old David Rick Beal of Ham Lake, Minnesota. Rick Beal's vehicle was found abandoned in rural Reamer, Minnesota. If you have any information about Rick Beal, please contact the Cass County Sheriff's Office at 218-547-1424.
This week's Valley's Most Wanted is 34-year-old Christopher Wilkins Sr. He's wanted in Otter Tail County for felony assault with a dangerous weapon and fleeing police. Cass County is also looking for him on charges of manufacturing controlled substances, possession of drug paraphernalia, and fleeing. Call your local law enforcement if you have any information on Wilkins' whereabouts.
At least one person was checked out for injuries after a rollover crash in South Fargo earlier today. It happened a few blocks from Clara Barton Elementary School. A vehicle hit a Jeep parked on the corner before overturning. The Jeep then rammed into the back of another vehicle. Scanner traffic indicated the person was trapped inside their vehicle. It appeared that no one was seriously hurt.
No one was hurt after an assisted living facility caught fire in Beltrami County, Minnesota early this morning. Crews responded to a structure fire at Serenity Living Solutions. That's in Black Duck. Everyone in the building evacuated. No injuries were reported. The Black Duck police chief says there's no suspicion of foul play. The state fire marshal is assisting in the investigation.
For those of you who may have gone camping in southeastern Minnesota, the Department of Health is alerting the public about an outbreak of a parasitic illness at a campground. The health department says 3 people who visited Shades of Sherwood Campground near Zumbrota have become sick with cryptosporidiosis, a diarrheal disease caused by a microscopic parasite. One of those people required hospitalization, and one was also infected with Shiga toxin-producing E. coli. Health officials are asking anyone who visited Shades of Sherwood in July to contact investigators, even if you are not sick.
This weekend, you could take a trip to Germany without leaving the FM area. Fargo Park District is once again bringing their German Folk Fest to Rowe Farm. There's going to be activities for kids to enjoy, like a demonstration from a blacksmith and wood carvings. Adults can also have a good time in the beer garden, as Side Street is teaming up with Fargo Parks to bring in actual German beers to go with the authentic German food. Folk Fest is a great way to bring the community together to learn about a new culture. German Folk Fest is this Saturday from noon to 5, and the admission is free.
Later on Valley News Live at 6, what led to the temporary outage earlier this week for 911 service across Minnesota, and that includes Fargo and Grand Forks.
Up next, new information on the case of a missing woman whose pickup was pulled from Lake Sakakawea earlier this week.